We once again see a historic changing landscape in the world, mainly as a result of the ever-evolving COVID-19 pandemic that we are still feeling the effects of today. With all that being said, there is plenty of optimism as we push further and further away from price hikes and hopefully closer to some economic booms. Still, there are definitely some costly mistakes in this upcoming year that you are going to want to avoid at all costs, and here are a few to look out for. Don't stay put at a job when better opportunities are out there. Reports right now indicate that the labor market has only strengthened since the beginning of the year, and further distance from another mass pandemic-related layoff stretch is sure to only improve the spirits around the job sector. If you feel like you aren't getting paid what you deserve, or that you have begun to stagnate at the company you are working for, there has never been a better time to try and look for work elsewhere. Whether that's getting another job to pad out some savings or a replacement for the one you were at, 2023 should prove to have a very strong selection of jobs to choose from. Don't spend to make yourself feel better. A bad habit that has been alarming to many money-saving experts has been a rise in purchases of trend and fad products over the last few years, even as inflation has risen at the same time. Many speculate that this is because of consumers buying things off of quick checkout sites like Amazon in order on a whim. Psychological studies have also revealed that following the pandemic a few years back, people are less able to control themselves when in bad moods than ever, often resorting to the instant gratification of online shopping instead. This can zap your bank account in a hurry, and is something to focus on if it feels like a problem you've started to notice. Cancel streaming subscriptions you're not using. It might not seem like a lot, but with the number of streaming services out there, as well as suspected price hikes from almost all major services expected to arrive sometime in 2023, it's a good time to track down any streaming services you've been putting off unsubscribing from and get that done before the calendar turns on another year. Streaming services can quickly turn into $100+ in money that could be used on bills, investing, or cost of living stuff instead. There are even sites out there today that will comb for your account info and let you know if you have any active subscriptions online, and so there's no reason to sit down one day and finally cut the cord on these sites you rarely use. Not making up a budget. Whether it be daily, weekly, monthly, or even annually, if you are not going into the new year with some sort of budget, then you are potentially making an absolutely massive financial mistake. Countless studies over the last 20 years have proven that people who take budgeting seriously save more money, and it's not just a few dollars here or there either, but thousands and thousands annually. Making up a budget for every month or week can also help you discover possible purchases you may have been making that weren't necessary, or point to lifestyle changes that could help you save money down the road. The best thing to be when it comes to money is aware, and by forcing yourself to constantly look at your spending habits, you are bound to come up with some easy ways to limit your spending and to save money in multiple ways. Not having some sort of emergency fund. If there has been one thing that the last few years have taught us, it's to expect the unexpected. Who knows what will happen in the future, and how the world and national economies will bounce back and react, and so it's more important than ever to set some money aside in case something happens. If you are unable to work, it's estimated that you should have about 6 months of savings stored so that you can properly survive the financial hit. It doesn't matter if you live in a big city, by a coastline, or in the middle of nowhere. Having money stored away that isn't tied to any sort of payment you can use on a moment's notice is super helpful in keeping you safe and secure from whatever the world throws your way. And that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like as it helps out the channel in a major way. Also subscribe if you want to see more videos just like this one.